Hello, welcome to NSPE's tutorial, Media Best Practices. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to use social media to contact and communicate with your elected officials, and how to submit a letter to the editor or an op-ed. It probably comes as no surprise to you that members of Congress and their staff pay attention to media coverage. And not just newspapers, they watch social media like Twitter and Facebook as well. This means that both traditional and social media present excellent opportunities for you to get key messages in front of your elected officials. Most elected officials have social media accounts, Twitter and Facebook for sure, and possibly Instagram and others. We'll use Twitter for our example. Let's say NSPE is looking for support on a particular bill, and I want to ask my Congressman, Don Beyer, to vote yes. First, I go to his home page. Most members of Congress have social media icons at the top or bottom of their home page. Congressman Beyer's are here at the top of the page. The images are hyperlinked, so when I click on the Twitter icon, it takes me to Congressman Beyer's Twitter page. Once I'm at his Twitter page, I click the tweet button, and Twitter opens a dialog box pre-populated with Congressman Beyer's Twitter handle. Then I just type in my message and click tweet. By using his Twitter handle in the message, I ensure that whomever monitors his social media feed will see it. His Twitter homepage will have a notification like the one you see in the menu on the left side of the page. It will also appear under the Tweets and Replies tab of his Twitter page. Not only is social media an effective way to communicate your own message, it's a great way to share stories and information from NSPE's social media feeds. If you don't already, I encourage you to follow NSPE on social media. You can find us at NSPE on Twitter, at NSPE on FB on Facebook, and with our full name, National Society of Professional Engineers, on LinkedIn. Next, we'll look at print media. Print media includes newspapers, magazines, and trade publications. Most print media also has an online presence, so if you submit a letter to the editor that gets printed, it will appear online as well. Print media is another great way to get an elected official's attention, to ask for support on a particular bill or issue, or to make them aware of an issue that you think needs their attention. There are 3 basic steps to submitting a letter to the editor. Choose the paper you want to submit to, learn the paper's guidelines for word count, format, and submission process, and finally write and submit your letter to the editor. Let's break these down just a little bit. First, choose the paper or trade publication you want to submit your LTE to. If your goal is for your representative to see it, your best bet is a local paper. Using Congressman Beyer again as an example, the Falls Church News Press is a good choice because it's local, from a city that's in his congressional district. Next, go to the paper's website and find the guidelines for submitting a letter or op-ed. The Falls Church News Press website makes this easy because there's a Submit a Letter to the Editor link on the home page. I click on that, and it takes me to a web page with a form and submission guidelines. This tells me everything I need to know, including word count limits for both letters to the editor and guest commentaries. Now all you need to do is write your letter and hit submit. Once you've done that, be sure to check the letter to the editor section on a regular basis so you know if your letter gets published. And if it does, be sure to let NSPE know and let us know if it's okay for us to share your letter through our social media accounts and our state newsletters. And there you have it, the basics of media engagement. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to NSPE's Government Relations team. We're here to help.